Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas. We are so glad that you joined us today for day 6 of the 12 Days of Christmas. My name is Pastor Nick DeBenedetto, pastor of Radiant Life Church in Kearney, Missouri. You'll notice that I'm missing my co-host tonight. I gave her the day off. My wife has had a busy day and just given her a day off to recuperate. Anyway, would you help us out by liking and commenting today and participating in this broadcast? But most importantly, share it. Share it so others can see it and we can get the word out. This broadcast is here to give you an online Christmas experience to help boost your holiday spirits. And I hope we're doing that night after night. Tonight we want to give you a little bit of help because tonight's topic is all about gift wrapping. All right, it's a reality for all of us. We have to wrap. Some are great at it, some love it like me, and others, it just is the worst part of Christmas. So tonight we're going to give you some instruction and help you out along the way. Now in the comments, would you let us know if you are one of the ones that like it, like I do? Do you like wrapping presents or do you absolutely hate it? Where are you on the scale? Let me know whether you like or dislike wrapping presents. Today, we are 8 days away from Christmas. 8 days away from the big day. And it is pretty amazing how time is flying. This show counts us down to our 12th day, which will be a big finale at our Christmas Eve service at Radiant Life Church at 7 p.m. So if you don't have anything going on that day, we want to invite you to join us to our Christmas Eve service. Now, you know, every night we have an opportunity to win special prizes. Tonight is no different. We're going to tell you right up front, right away, what you can do to win a $30 gift card to Walmart. All right? As simple as this. We're talking about gift wrapping today, so I want to hear your most creative gift wrapping technique that you've ever used, whatever that may be. I'm saying something other than wrapping paper, something other than a gift bag. You've done something creative. I want to hear what that is. As we'll review them, we'll make a decision, and you will win, whoever we choose, will win a $30 gift card to Walmart to go get some wrapping paper. All right? So hey, text your name and your gift wrapping technique to our text line, 816-281-1127. All right, I want to remind you that we have a big announcement. We want to let you know that we are going to be airing a free showing of Christmas with the Chosen, the movie that was just in the video theaters, or in the movie theaters. We have been able to acquire a copy of that video, and we will be showing it for free in our sanctuary on Tuesday, December 21st at 7 p.m. Just a couple of days away, so I want to mark your calendars. Let us know that you're coming by signing up on our Facebook group event. That event sign up. Let us know you're coming so we can prepare, because we're also going to give you free popcorn and free water, right? And you can have that for the duration of the movie, which is 2 hours. So if you wanted to go when it was in the theaters, you didn't have a chance, now's your opportunity. We have a wonderful sound system. We have a 20-foot screen, and it will be a good viewing experience for you. So I hope you come on out. It's for the family. Come on out and enjoy the movie on Tuesday. All right? We hope that you'll help us bless our community. If you know somebody that is in need this Christmas season or just need their holiday spirits boosted for some reason, then let us know. Nominate that person, and we will do our best to put a smile on their face this Christmas season. As well as we are going to be taking a special offering on our Christmas Eve service. We're calling it a gift for Jesus. All right? Gifts for Jesus. All the money that comes in will be turned around and given to Liberty Women's Clinic in Liberty, Missouri. It is a pregnancy center that helps young girls that are pregnant and trying to decide what to do. Partner with us and help us help young women in one of the most important times of their lives. And I know that'll put a smile on God's face, and many others as well. You can give in our Christmas Eve service offering in person, or you can give online at any time at radiantlifeag.org. All right, let's get into this idea of gift wrapping, all right? The point is that no matter what you're doing and no matter what phase of life you're in, you're going to have to wrap some presents. Some people love it, some people hate it, and we're going to help you out no matter where you land. Hopefully you learn a little something else. So take a look at this video and we'll come back and talk about it in just a second. All right, let's talk a little bit about holiday gift wrapping, those gifts. All right, here's some of the elements that you're going to need. You're going to need wrapping paper. Listen, I know you're going to want to buy the cheap stuff, and it may seem like a good idea, but if you're wrapping an extended amount of gifts, it is going to benefit you highly to have the higher quality gift wrapping. That other stuff will rip, tear, and you'll get so frustrated. Even before we get into the wrapping, you also want a nice flat surface like a table. Doing it on the floor, you're going to get frustrated, your back's going to hurt. Doing it on a bed where it's not a hard surface is also going to pose some problems. So your best opportunity is on something like this, all right? Then, as you would expect, some tape and scissors. Also, high quality scissors and a higher quality tape. All tape is not created equal. All scissors are not created equal. Don't use one of those little kid ones. You'll get frustrated, all right? There's even electric scissors where you don't even have to open up your hand. I mean, it's very nice. But anyway, let's get started. We have wrapping paper here with a jagged edge. I would encourage you to clean that up a little bit. All right, you want a straight edge if you care. It's not imperative, but I think it helps quite a bit in the neatness. I'm doing this segment because I feel like many people struggle with wrapping presents, and it's a reality for all of us, right? And they say it's hard. Well, it's really not that hard, and you can make them look good. You can make them look good. So let's start. I have a couple of different size boxes and items that I want to show you. The first thing is, if you have a box that you got out of the basement that needs to be wrapped, you of course have to first secure this. So you could take a little piece of tape and you can put it here, but oftentimes I like to have some packing tape along with it. And you want to just put it down there, get a tight pull on it, and now your box is secure. All right, so you want to put the longest part of the box this way, right? And how much do you cut off? You don't have to guess. You don't have to waste paper. You roll it over, and I roll it past the midway mark, you know, maybe somewhere right around there. Then you take the other side, and you roll it over here, right? And you want to, here's the midpoint of the box. You want to come to the other side of there, so you have plenty of room, right? So I'm going to make my mark, and then you want to try to cut as straight as possible. Some paper actually has grid marks on it, which is fantastic. All right, so here's the top of the box. I always start at the bottom of the box, and you want to center it in the paper. You want to bring one side up and go past the midway point, and you want to take a piece of tape and secure it. If you want to do it right, you're also going to do it at the edge of the boxes here too, so everything lays flat later when you start folding the edges, all right? Then you're going to take the other side, make sure it's nice and tight in there, bring it over, and if there's a way to align the pattern, that would be great, but you don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to do the same thing up here. I'm going to come to the top, or to the edge here, and make sure that that's taped down that way. Later on, when we're doing the sides, I'm not fighting it, okay? So one of the big problems is okay, now what do I do with the edges? There's a couple of different techniques, number one. Number two, if you have too much paper on the end, too much paper, it's going to cause additional problems. So I would trim the edges as much as possible. How do you know how much to trim? I would go like this, and you have that much left before it hits. I would take off a couple of inches. So you could do that a couple of different ways. You could just go right here and cut that amount, or you can kind of put this together. This doesn't have to be super crisp, but just kind of fold it like that, and let's take off some paper so it's a little easier to manage, all right? So one of the techniques would be just lay the top part down flat and bring it down in the edges, all right? I could have even taken a little more off there, you can see, right? Once you do that, then you want to take this and you want to get it tight edges, okay? Tight edges. So you see we have a box there. This is flat and these come out like that. Now, you're going to take that and fold it over and then flatten that out. See what just happened there? All right, you're going to flatten that out and then you're going to do the same thing to the other side and flatten it out, okay? See, this is all flopping over and everything. This is why I usually like to, it doesn't have to take a lot, but let's put that down. Let's tape that down so it's not flapping all around. We want nice tight seams, okay? I can get a couple of seams right there with one piece of tape. Now, I only have one thing left to do. I'm going to bring this side up. Get a big enough piece of tape to get across. And look at that. That's a nice tight edge. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side, obviously. All right, let's look at two other items. We have a smaller square box, right? And then we have an odd shape item, which is some hand soap. And this very well may be on your list of things to wrap this year. So let's get to it. Knowing that they're about the same size, right, I can share a sheet. Let me show you what I mean. I'm gonna roll this out, pick my size, cut that piece as straight as you can. All right, now I'm going to determine how much I need. I certainly don't need all of this, right? So let's do our same technique. Let's wrap the present and let's give some overlap. You know you need about that much. Cut it in a straight line. Save this for later in just a second. All right, don't forget, you always want to start on the bottom side of the present. Get a piece of tape, bring that wrapping paper over halfway. All right, bring the top over. Do that over halfway. Okay, now what are we going to do on the edges here? This technique is just push in the sides. Push in the sides and straighten out your edges. Push in the sides, straighten out the edges. Then whatever side is connected to the bottom side, you're going to put that down first, right? Then you're going to loop your other side down, right? So everything is facing the bottom of the package, and now all of your angles are facing down. Same thing on the other side, just push it on the sides and tighten your edges. Push it in on the sides, tighten your edges. I'm going to start with the bottom side, right? Push it down, push the other one over. If it overlaps onto the bottom, you can tape it there, or you can cut it, or you can fold it. Just fold it, square it off, boom, boom, boom. I kind of want to match it the other side, so we're going to keep it there and then tape. And you're good to go there, all right? So now I'm going to take this leftover, right? I'm not wasting, I'm not double wrapping, right? So this is weird size. It's kind of very weird shape, right? So what do? We just find flat surface. No matter what you're doing, you're finding the flat surface and you're finding the other side to start. The underside, I should say. So center that in your paper and let's put this over halfway on your bottom surface. Push that back, and then on this you can either cut it to fit or you can roll it, right? The more layers you have, the stronger the wrapping. So being that we have a head that you pump the soap out of, we'll give it a little bit more support up here by having multiple layers. All right, so the bottom, even though it's a weird shape, it's not a perfect square, we're still going to do the same thing. you can just start working your way down the edges. You can start on the sides, right? And then whatever side's on your bottom, you're going to flip up first, and the other side down, and tape. Now the top side, all we have is the top of the dispenser. But you just, in your mind, you create the square, all right? So we're going to just come down one side, all right? Come down the other side and do the same thing. Bring that over, bring that over. You're just creating a square, and there you are. And this has a lot of support up here. It's not going to break in transit, and you're good to go. One piece of paper, 2 gifts wrapped. All right, so you may have an object that is not a perfect square. We all have to wrap those things. They're not as easy. So here's a triangle, a little more difficult. So cut out the size paper you need. And of course, our first tape is going to be on the underside. Don't forget that. All right, we're going to come down a little further than half, give it a tape, and then roll. Let's roll. All right, bring it over, bring it tight, and tape that down. Very easy. Now you can clean up these edges if you like, you know, and do a little cutting if you feel like you need to do that. But ultimately, what do we do with the edges here? Well, we're going to just start working the edges, right? Pull down on the one, clean up your edges. Push down on the 2, clean up your edge. Push down on the 3rd one, clean up your edge. That happens to fit that perfectly. If it didn't and you had excess, all you have to do is clean that up on either side, or even on the top if you like, and then give it a quick little tape. Same thing on the other side. Start with the bottom. And you are ready to go. All right, so our small sample size of gifts are wrapped. Now to the unwrapping, all right? So some people, they just get in there and tear like a wild animal, right? And they go like this, and in one tear, you've revealed what the present is. Now think of all the time and effort that the wrapper put into wrapping this present, and in one simple second, you look and you say, I know exactly what this is, right? And so I choose not to be the aggressive unwrapper. My family doesn't like this that much, but I basically unwrap it the way I wrapped it, or the way it was wrapped, right? So I'll start on a side and I'll just pop that first one, and I'll pop these down here, boom, 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 and I'm not looking underneath, right? I'm waiting for the big reveal. I like the surprise at the end. So I pop this down here, pop the sides. Okay, now I can open the sides, but yet still not looking at the present. Okay, now I'm going to go along the top, and I'm going to get this one piece that was holding it together, and then watch this. Here's my present, the big reveal at the end, right? You could actually reuse the paper if you do a good enough job. And here it is. Boom. It's done, and it was one big reveal instead of just taking one quick second, looking in and finding out what the present is. So maybe this will help you this year as well. All right, so some of you may say, Pastor Nick, I don't care how much you show me. You say it's not hard. I don't get it. My mind doesn't work that way. I don't want to wrap my presents. Well, you could put them in a Walmart bag, and you can roll them up, and you can do it that way. You could use aluminum foil. Use aluminum foil. Boom, boom, boom. You don't probably even need tape. You put it under the tree, and the lights will illuminate right off of it and reflect. It's going to be beautiful, right? Or you can go with a Christmas bag, right? You grab one of these. You put your presents, the contents, right in. You get some mashing tissue paper. You put it in, and you're done. Most of you are saying, now this is what I'm talking about. Hey, do whatever works for you. Merry Christmas and happy wrapping. What did you think about that gift wrapping segment? Hopefully we helped you out a little bit. Hey, listen, if we didn't cover something and you have any questions, let us know and we'll make ourselves available to you. In the comments though, I want to hear what type of an unwrapper you are. Are you that aggressive unwrapper, or are you a deliberate and slow wrapper for the big reveal at the end, or something in between? Let us know. Let us know what your kids are. Well, we already know what your kids are. The aggressive wrappers, right? Unwrappers. So let us know in the comments what type of unwrapper you are. Now in my family, Anna and I, my middle daughter, we are the wrappers in the family. It's not that nobody else wraps presents, but we enjoy wrapping presents, and we do it nice and clean and neat and do well. I will say my wife does a lot of wrapping during the Christmas season, so she's getting there, but I could tell you right now she doesn't like it. But she carries the load. And when I get a chance to do it, I really do. I like it, because I think I like to see the finished product when it's all said and done. Now, if you need any help with your gift wrapping this year, Anna and I are available to help you. You just let us know, you drop off your presents, and for a very small nominal fee, we will help you get your presents wrapped. What do you think about that? All right, very good. Hey, let's have a Christmas devotional thought just for one moment here. A gift is usually given in celebration of something, right? You're getting it for a particular reason, and it's usually of something of some value, unless it's, stocking stuffer or something. It's usually of something of value. Many times it invokes an emotion to the receiver, right? You open it, there's joy, or you're overwhelmed with emotion of love and acceptance and whatever that may be. Oftentimes it invokes an emotion. Sometimes it's a source of fun or entertainment, right? Whatever you may be getting might be just that for you. Sometimes it meets a need, so what we call a very practical gift. My wife said she doesn't want a blender, but I'm like, that's a very practical gift. Things that to use around the house. I get it. They're not as fun, but sometimes they meet a need, and that's a good thing. And then sometimes there's just those gifts that absolutely change your life. If you ever got a gift that absolutely changed your life, I want you to put that in the comments too. Let me know of a gift that absolutely changed your life somehow. It met a need, or just lifted your spirits in such a way that it helped you to move to the next phase of life, whatever it may be. Let me hear those stories about those gifts. Anyway, in James chapter 1, verse 17, Scripture says this: "Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows." Listen, every one of us has a family member that when they give their gifts, you cringe because you don't know what's coming. You can't trust them. You don't know if what they give is going to be embarrassing or just outright stupid. You don't know, but you kind of cringe. One thing I do know, that the gifts that come from God are perfect. We can trust Him no matter what God has in store for you. Whatever He wants to give you, you can trust Him. You can trust Him. They're not going to hurt you. They're going to be a benefit. And everything we talked about earlier, they're going to invoke an emotion. They're going to meet a need. They're going to change your life when you receive that which the Lord has in store for you. So listen, say yes to Jesus this Christmas season, and let Him lavish His love on you in many different ways, many different forms. He's got some good gifts for you, and they're all perfect. Our Christmas challenges that we give you each night, I want to keep them on the forefront of your mind. Number one, show intentional kindness to someone you don't know. You might just change their day, maybe even change their life. Number two, invite someone to our Christmas Eve service at 7 p.m. on Thursday the 23rd. It's going to be a great night, and our 12-day finale. Number three, find a way to tell somebody about Jesus this Christmas season. Turn those conversations around to talk about the meaning of the season. That's Jesus. I want to remind you how you can win a $30 gift card to Walmart tonight simply by texting your name and your wrapping technique. What is the most creative wrapping technique you've ever used? I mean, something other than wrapping paper, something other than a gift bag. What is your most creative wrapping technique? If we select your technique, you'll win a $30 gift card to Walmart. Make sure you text your name, your wrapping technique, to our text line 816-281-1127. Don't forget to mark your calendars for Tuesday the 21st at 7 p.m. We'll be showing Christmas with the Chosen, the movie that just came out of the movie theaters. Will be playing in our sanctuary. We'll also be providing you free popcorn and water for the entire family. Just make sure you sign up on our Facebook event. That way we can kind of have a head count of who is coming. All right? Guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening and spending a little bit of your holiday with us. We hope it's been a blessing. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. God bless you and have a good night.